welcome to RaceOnOz Camaro Cup Race 2 from Misano. We have a brilliant night's racing coming up with a stacked field, 18 drivers. Here we are at a very, very sunny Misano. I have Fubbles joining me in the combox again tonight. How are you tonight, Fubbles?
I'm good, thanks.
It's good to have you here again, mate. It was quite exciting racing last week. Very, very entertaining with another three sprint race uh, event again with two 10-minute races, the second race reverse grid, and a 30-minute third race with the grid set from the accumulated points from race 1 and 2. So, what did you think of the race last week, Fubbles?
Well, I don't think you could have asked for more, to be honest. I mean, this is like we said last week, it's a big, heavy car, and with everyone being so close to each other on a track that's quite narrow, it's going to get very tight. And there was definitely a lot of overtaking because everyone was just so even, and I'm expecting a lot of that tonight as well.
I'm expecting this to be very, very tight, very, very nice battle. At a quite a tight circuit, Misano. It does allow for some very, very close side-by-side racing, and I'm quite excited about this one. I think it's going to be a really, really exciting night. I think the spots to really look for are turn 1 and 2, turn 4, 5, 6. So there's a chance for some really good side-by-side racing through these sectors. As we look forward to this one, we move on now to the live stream. As with the last few minutes of practice ticking over, at the top there we've got Jamie, who has changed his name from A River Runs. So for anyone at home, that is the reason for the name change. So that is he's actually River at the top. As we just tick over to qualifying, so you just saw that little bit of a form guide from practice there, Fubbles. What's your prediction for qualifying here?
Well, I'm kind of expecting more of the same. The same guys up there. It's always going to be Slambo, Vic Chan, and Jamie, so they'll definitely be up there. But look for some of the other wild cards like Cheese Noodles. He's really fast, and he was second place in the I think it was either the pro or the pro am race at Imola. So he's definitely someone to look for as well. Also look out for the likes of K-Man and Nige Guns. Those guys are also very competitive.
On that note, it's really good to see Nige back in the car. So it does do the occasional event. This is the event for probably best suited for him to just arrive and drive. These Camaros don't need a lot of adjustment to get the pace out of them. So it'll be good to see him in the race tonight.
Yeah, well, I have raced with him before. He's very fast, although I have beaten him a few times. So, I don't know if that's the best indicator because I'm not exactly the fastest driver.
Oh, you got to take it where it comes, Fubbles. It's all good, mate. Nige is a ruse veteran, and
Yeah,
any chance you get ahead of these guys, it's you can be proud of that one, mate. So we recognise the fact you're on controller, and it's we're still amazed at the speed you can get out of it. So don't talk yourself down there, mate. When you're in front of these guys like Nige, you definitely earn it. That's for sure.
yeah, definitely. So Misano is a bit of an oddity, I think, because it's quite tight. Lots of difficult corners, there's some weird camber certain parts of the track. I mean, you really need to be careful not to go wide because the track will punish you pretty quickly. and of course, good tracks have consequences. So, like Misano on the world stage is probably more known for MotoGP, but as ever since the GD World Challenge was started, it's very much been a part of the calendar. So it may not be the most famous circuit, but it's definitely a good one. Yeah, yeah. So this is coming up to turn 4, very hard braking zone, and then you go into turn 5. It's kind of has to be taken as a single apex corner. Then you flick it back to the left. A very fast corner indeed there as you go down the back straight. So you got to make sure you watch the braking markers on the right hand side so you can get the turn in point just right for this very tight left hander. It's a bit weird on exits, just got to make sure you get the power down before moving to the other side of the track. And now this corner is definitely a bit of a tricky one because you can't go in too deep. If you go in too deep on entry, you'll definitely have a horrible exit. So here we are on the other straights. So coming down into this really fast right-hand kink. Got to make sure you keep it pinned or you'll be losing a heap of time. Now hard braking into these two corners here. You've got to make sure you keep the car straight as you go through into the right-hander. It's a very tight corner indeed. First gear, slowest part of the track. Go down into the last two corners here. It's a fast left followed by another left. And this corner is a little bit cambered slightly, so just make sure you get a good line on the inside and then that goes through the complete lap. And Nige Guns puts it in third place for the time being. Very good lap.
Hasn't missed a beat, has he? He's straight back on the money. It's good from Nige. Thank you for that there, Fubbles. It was a very nice lap there. So it's a great time by Nige. Very nice and competitive. There's Vic Chan at the top.
Yeah, and Jamie as well. So I guess that's no surprise.
No, it's really not, is it? But it's very, very tight at the top. So 0.03 of a second covering the top two. And it's pretty tight after that.
Yeah, very, very close indeed, as we come to expect. Jamie's just gone to the top of the board, only just ahead of Vic Chan. So they're I think those two are head and shoulders above everybody. They're probably going to start on the front row. But I think like third downwards is definitely all to play for.
So Jamie and Vic actually improved their times at about the same or not were quite close together there on track, these two, because they've changed their times by a similar amount and gapped the field again. So 8/10 on Adman and Nige. It's pretty tight at the top, and then it's pretty tight between the next few cars.
Yeah, but there's still definitely more time for people to improve. K-Man's just gone up into third, so he's in the hunt.
This format really caters to K-Man. It evens the whole field out. Doesn't need to rely too much on a setup, and his wily old experience is coming to the fore. So he's taken the third spot. It is very, very tight after Jamie and Vic. This is going to be an exciting race. I'm really looking forward to this. There's still a couple minutes left in quali. As we're just watching Bounty here, yet to set a time. As Jamie goes quicker, so 43.1.
Well, I think that the times will come down a little bit more in the last 2.5 minutes. I mean, probably not a lot of time to be gained at this point, but you gotta get what you can. Bounty actually looking like a chocolate wrapper.
He's had these colours. He obviously likes these ones. It's a really good looking livery. Still yet to set a time. Now the other one we're waiting to set
he's run wide a few times.
So we'll just so Wilson's finally set a time there. So we'll just have a quick look at Slugger Loney, who's just joined Roos. So this is his first event in the league. As Lambo in front of him is having a few lag issues, so that's a bit disappointing to see from Slambo. He does have quite a few issues. But Slugger has come on board. First race tonight, so he's looking to get involved.
Getting into this game isn't exactly easy if you've had no prior experience with other sim racing titles. But I can't speak for everyone when I say that.
Oh, I think that's a fair assessment, though, there, Fubbles. I think that is quite right. That it is quite a hard game to get into. So, you know, some prior experience in sim racing does help. But so Burrow Dog has made his way up to 4th. Still a few guys on laps here. So there's still time counting down and a few seconds left.
A few drivers have already called it quits, so they won't be doing another lap.
So it's Jamie's moved his way back to the pits now. Adman is finished. So we'll just have a quick look at Nige. He seems to be on a lap here. He's a huge loss of time through there, so that's him done. Slambo, T&Q is pulling over. We've got Sparky here, so Sparky's Jambon and Bounty. So we'll just have a quick look to see if Bounty's improving. No, I can't, unfortunately. So Bounty will be the next car to come across the line. So we'll just see if he's going to improve here. Comes on to start finish straight. Will he improve? He does improve. It was about half a second, I think. Come over. Sparky's the last one on track. So I'm not sure Sparky improved then either.
No, I don't think he did. So we definitely have a very packed field indeed. Jamie TC again the class of the field, followed by Vic Chan. But from 3rd place to about 14th, there's a 1 second gap. So it's really going to be competitive in the midfield. It's really anyone's game for 3rd place, I think. And you never know, if Jamie and Vic get into trouble, then there'll be at least a dozen guys ready to pounce on them, so it's going to be intense.
That's, and look, apart from the top 2 who are the standout, that next group of guys is really, really tight. So I think this is going to be a huge battle. If you think about it, the reverse grid race will be just as exciting as we move forward to that after this one. I think it's just these cars very evenly matched drivers. Can go door to door. There will be a bit of rubbing. So, and I got to say that I say it every week, but I really do like looking at these liveries.
It's all part of the fun.
Oh, it sure is. I think the bit of creativity and the guys come up with some pretty good ideas there. We might need to start giving out an award for the best looking livery.
I don't know if I'm the best person to ask in that regard. Because I just say that they're all crap. Anyway.
I think it'd be between Bounty, Little Bear, and the other one I can't pick.
Is it Adman?
Yeah, Adman's is quite nice as well. The blue car that would be in Sparky's is quite good. Probably give the award to Little Bear, the Fruit Tingle car.
Ting ting.
He is a character, Little Bear. We really do like having him around. He likes to remind everyone. I think he just likes reminding Vic that he finished a race in front of him. So it was a good achievement for Bear. So we'll be pretty stoked if he gets a podium in any of these races. I'll be jumping out of my seat if he does. I know it's hard to go past Jamie and Vic at the front, but rather than trying to pick who's going to come first or second here, Fubbles, who do you reckon's going to come third?
Oh wow.
20 seconds.
Probably I do not know.
That's the thing. It is so tight through that section of the pack that yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting the start of this one.
I think I'd expect Slambo to come through, but he'd be up against a massive wall of cars. But he has won races in the Pro League, so he knows what he's doing, clearly.
Well, there's actually only 6 drivers who have won a race in Pro on the in the Tuesday Night League. So, you know, it's a pretty good achievement. So once you know for that, so there's even in this race, there's only 4 winners. So Jamie, Vic, Nige, and Slambo. So we just watch the cars on their formation lap. So we are being led away by Jamie. Keep going to call him River. It's a bit hard to get used to this. People changing their names. It's I can understand why. You choose the name a decade ago when you get onto PlayStation and you stick with it. Sometimes, you know, comes a time when you need to be mature. I'm still just trying to figure out when that is.
It just doesn't seem right to have these cars in Italy.
Very true. Very true.
because, you know, American cars on European roads are a bit obnoxious.
Well, it would probably be worse if we get the GT4 Mustang and we're trying to go racing with that.
Well, but I've heard that the Camaro GT4R, which has actually got a road version, which is the Camaro ZL1 LE, which is almost the exact same as this car, but without racing tyres and a roll cage, that actually handles pretty well. So it's kind of, I know it seems strange to have such a big car racing on a track like this, but when you realise the pedigree it has, it's probably not such a surprising thing.
Well, that's right. That is, that's exactly right. So just coming up to the line, the start's been initialised, but it's the car's out of position here. It's a bit of a disappointing start, really. There's multiple cars wide.
Well, of chaos back there. Someone's gone around.
And we've got dramas at turn 1 already. So that was Adman, Fly, and I think that last car. Oh, actually, not too sure who that last car was. So we've got. It's just waiting for the totem to sort itself out as we go through the first sector. So that was what Jamie and K-Man's made his way up to second. He had a brilliant start.
Yeah, K-Man's definitely made a good start.
As the guys are just sorting themselves out now. We've got Vic, Slambo and Nige through to 5th. Bounty and Angry as we've got... Oh, who was that? Oh, it's all gone off back there.
Maybe? No, it wasn't.
Not too sure who that was. So Cheese Noodles made his way...
Cars going absolutely everywhere at the back. I think that is then Wilson who suffered a bit of damage. I'm not quite sure because the timings have gone whack again.
So that was Sparky. Jambon was an innocent bystander. So was Wilson. Fly was in the incident at the start. So was Burrow Dog. So Burrow Dog's made his way in front of Little Bear. As we've got...
was Jambon Sickle it's Jambon Sickle who has damage.
So we just go to the front of the field. We've got Slambo and K-Man are getting quite tight here. Rivers seems to have checked out. Vic has made his way through on K-Man. Behind them, we've got Nige, Bounty and Angry in a battle. So it'll be a nice little battle, these two here, Nige and Bounty. Teammates on a Tuesday night, racing hard tonight. This is good to see.
Yeah, Nige Gun's definitely got his hand full. Being given the hurry up here by Bounty. And I think we have Angry Old Fella who's right behind him, so definitely a bit of action right now. But I think Nice Guns has just gotten out a little bit of a gap, but he's gone very wide indeed. That's going to allow Bouncy to go through on the inside. Angry Old Fella's going to follow him down the back. But I think Nice Guns has managed to get ahead, so I think Bouncy will have to wait for his opportunity once again. Going through the very fast right-hander into the slowest part of the track. And I think Nige Guns has withstood that attack for the moment. But Bounty is not going to back down easily, and Angry Old Fella is not going to slow down either.
Just go to the list of drivers, how tight does this see which other battles there are. Oh, so we've got Cheese running wide. Oh, sorry, that was TNQ running wide, just behind Time Morgo. Wilson and Jambon have continued after that contact. We've still got K-Man, so Vic. So Rivers checked out. We've got Vic and K-Man in a battle with Slambo following behind. There's a 2-second gap back to Nige. So Bounty and Angry are getting pretty tight here. Adman running wide. As Angry looks to go up the inside here. Will he, can he get the job done? Bounty taking a very wide line. I think Angry's going to get through. This will give Adman a bit of a sniff here as well. In the background, T&Q's attempting a pass on Ty Morgo. Or Morgo runs very wide behind. Looks as though T&Q's going to get through there. Oh, Bounty, hold on to it.
We are halfway through. Keep it up.
So we have Slambo currently harassing the back of K-Man, as Vic Chan has just pulled out a small gap to K-Man. Of course, he's still within range, really getting close there at the first corner, and then the second. So Vic Chan will need to do a little bit more if he's to properly check out, because I don't think K-Man's going to let him escape that easily. But then you have Lambo right behind K-Man, who's going to try look for a move. He's right on him coming into turn 5. He's going to try to get a run on him down the back straight here. But I think he's just a little bit too far back at this time. So at the moment, K-Man will hold his position. But I think Slambo's going to try to look for another move here. But K-Man's got him covered for the time being. So this is going to go down towards the back. So still holding position at the moment. But I don't think Slambo's going to be hanging around very long. And K-Man knows that. He knows that he'll need to keep his wits about him if he's to keep third place. As he just goes a little bit too wide. As I say that, almost cursed him. Just about got away with it, I think.
Oh, K-Man was very, very wide on the exit there. Slambo's trying to make a move. Can he get it done at turn 1? K-Man's hanging out wide. K-Man will have the inside for this corner.
Yeah, well, K-Man's going to try and get the cut back here on Slambo.
I think Slambo's got that done. So it's a good move by Slambo.
Not quite so lucky that time.
It's just behind these two. Nige has been able to gap Adman. As Angry and Bounty battle for 8th place. The Burrow Dog has caught Ty Morgo here. So he's making a good recovery after his unfortunate start. Team Little Bear up to 13. The Fruit Tingle.
Well, it seems to be a bit of a battle further back, like right at the very back of the field between Wilson, Sparky and Jambon. They're all trying to pick up the scraps. They're just fighting amongst themselves at this point. So, contact between Wilson and Sparky. That has allowed Jambon to go through.
Both of them outbreak themselves there. It was they both went very, very deep.
Okay, the leader is on the final lap now. Give it all you can.
Yeah, just desperation from those guys. I don't want to finish last.
And from we've got Bounty having a move on Angry. He's got a better run out of the last corner.
And we're side by side once again. But Looks like Angry Old Fella's been able to stay in front for the
Bounty's
moment,
gonna.
but here goes Bounty down the inside. He's gonna get it done. Just squeezes out Angry Old Fella, but he's gonna be on the inside for the next corner. Let's see how this goes. Oh, that was very close. Bounty managing to get back through on Angry Old Fella. I think that kind of took him by surprise.
It's a nice bit of racing between these two. Be a lot of respect there.
Oh, I think Nige Guns just went off. He's now dropped to sixth place, I think, behind Adman.
So yes, he's lost the place behind Adman. Let's just look back. I think
Unfortunate.
Burrows made a move on Time Morgo, so Burrows up to 9th. As Fly has caught up to Little Bear.
The leader has finished the race.
That was it was well done to Jamie there. Another outstanding performance from him.
Yeah, Vic Chan just falling behind, and then Slambo came in, Adman, Nige Guns.
Not sure what's happened.
Bounty and Angry Old Fella very close. The Bounty just got over him.
Not sure what's happened here, but T&Q has been given a 30-second time penalty.
Not sure what happened there.
I suspect he's cut a corner somewhere.
A few corners.
As it was a very, very good performance there by Jamie. Vic and Slambo, 2nd and 3rd. So K-Man coming in 4th. So he did lose that position to Slambo. It was a great battle between those guys at the front, the 2nd, 3rd and 4th. And then unfortunate for Nige running wide that last lap, losing 5th position. So we just prepare for the reverse grid race.
So my prediction was correct. Slambo did get 3rd place.
Yes, very well, very well done, mate. Your prediction was correct.
Yeah, well, K-Man was very close to holding on to 3rd, but you know, Slambo was just too good. I mean, there wasn't as much carnage in that race as I expected, but that's probably a good thing. Because when the racing's clean, it is very good. But I'm not really expecting the same for this race. We have slow everything.
Yeah, so this next one will be pretty exciting. So I think we're for some action. So
I mean, it's always scary racing in the pack. So here we are once again, ready for a start.
So we just wait for the clock to count down here. All right,
With such a
Fubbles.
competitive midfield, it's going to be with such a competitive midfield. It's going to be really difficult for the faster guys at the back to come through because the pace is just so similar between each and every driver.
All right, what's your prediction for this one?
I'm not sure. Never sure. But I'm kind of thinking,
30 seconds.
I'm gonna say something crazy here, but maybe Adman,
20 seconds.
just because I don't know why. I just have a feeling that maybe he'll win.
10 seconds.
No, that's fair enough too. We'll put that prediction down. We'll add that one in. So Adman.
Because I think he's a half decent driver.
He definitely is. That's definitely agree with that. And I'm sure he'll have a good race here. So this is as the guys make their way around the grid. As the guys are just forming up the grid here, so it'll be Sparky, Wilson, T&Q, Slugger, Jambon, Fly, Bear, Cheese, Ty Morgo, Burra, Angry, Bounty, Nige, Adman, K-Man, Slambo, Vic, and Jamie. So Sparky and Wilson off the front row. Both of these two are up pretty quick on their day. They have, when they're in form, they can get the job done. So interested to see how these guys go off the front row. Clean air. Try and stay out of trouble with the first two turns. So that'll be. I've got my money on Burra in this one. So they just form up into double file. Hopefully this start will be a little bit cleaner. So we just wait for the start to initialize. Here we go. Waiting for the green light. And we're off. Green light. Oh, multiple cars, 3 wide. So this will be the pinch point. Oh, that's Angry into Team Little Bear. Little Bear into Bounty. As the race continues on, we'll just go to the front of the field here. Sparky's made his way away, and that is, I think that's Wilson who's in the fence. We've got Ty Morgo up the inside of Jambon. So Ty Morgo's made up good pace. Oh, a bit of a tap. Who's that? And he's turning him around. Carnage. That's cars going everywhere. Sorry, Fubbles, I've lost you in the chat. So there's carnage everywhere, and it still continued on. Oh, the totem is moving all over the place. It's hard to follow what's going on here. So we've got Burrow and Fly. So that was Fly that turned. So Keyman's been turned around. That was Slugger that turned around as well. I think the car was made. The person who's made the most progress here is Nige. So Sparky's checked out in first. T and Q coming second. Nige Gun's coming third. He's made his good progress through the field with the carnage that has occurred. So nice little battle pack here. Oh, Bounty's running very, very wide here. And he's off. If Bounty loses, he's going to go back behind Vic here. So Jamie's not far behind that battle group. As Angry runs wide at the hairpin now as well. That's Slambo up the inside. Can he get the job done? Welcome back, Fubbles. I hope I can hear you now. I think it might be me with the audio issues on this one. So sorry, mate. I'll sort that out after this race, I think. So Slambo. Oh, that's Adman. As Angry's making progress on Nige here. As these guys, there's a nice battle group forming behind these guys as well. So we've got Wilson, Time Orgo, Little Bear, Burrow Dog and Fly. So these guys making their way back up the field. So where will Burrow Dog get the job done on Little Bear here? Oh, Little Bear runs wide. Wilson on Time Orgo. Wilson had a bit of a tank slapper coming out of that corner there. Big bit of oversteer. We've got 97. That's Slambo that's gone round. Oh, there's cars going everywhere still. It's making evasive action. As that's Adman that's gone round now. That was Time Orgo's just gone round as well. Gone wide at the hairpin. Makes contact with Fly. Oh, Bounty hits the curbs on the exit of the last corner. We've got Vic River and Bounty. Jamie and Bounty, I should say. As Jamie backs out of it, Bounty goes up the inside. Position stay as is. This has allowed Knives to get a bit of a gap over these guys. It's just behind here. This is where there's a lot of action here. Burrow, Wilson and Fly, followed by Bear. Oh, almost 3 wide. Oh, Ty Morgo's still trying to get Bears run wide again. And Slambo's trying to make his way up through here as well. Oh, Jambon looks racy as well. We've got K-Man on the outside. Oh, that's... Oh, where's Bear going here? Bear's going around and into K-Man. Oh, it's unfortunate. Oh, and up the front here, we've got Vic still trying to make a move on Bounty. Bounty's going to come back through. Vic runs wide. Be 2 laps left in this one. Where's Vic going to make the move on Bounty here? Or will Jamie have a go at Vic? We just go through. Time will go Slambo. Burrodogs makes his way up to 8th. As Vic still working hard on the back of Bounty here. Angry and Nige in a battle. Sparky's he's a couple of seconds clear in front, followed by T and Q. As Vic makes his way up the inside of Bounty. I have a feeling he'll get the job done here. Bounty will try and hang out the outside. It's very tough to do. The right hand kink. Even tougher to try at the outside through here. And Vic covers, so it's well made pass by Vic as they just both run wide. We just go back through. It's just and a drive-through penalty to Nige. So he's cut too many corners here on the last lap. So this is going to be unfortunate for Nige. So just have a look at the other battles through here. So Little Bear is catching Wilson. There's K-Man and Adman, both of them unfortunate incidents in this race. Oh, I've just missed it. I think that was Ty running wide. So Adman trying to get the Ty's got a drive-through penalty. So track limits. This is not the circuit I thought track limits would be an issue with, but it clearly is. As Adman and K-Man make contact. There's a bit of overlap there, K-Man. He's backed out of it. Oh, Adman almost goes round as Jambon has to go off circuit. He's going to try and make it stick, I think. He backs out of it, so it's a wise thing to do there. As Jamie tries to make his up the inside of Bounty as Bounty runs wide. Wouldn't want to get a track limit warning this late in the race. As Sparky has T&Q quite close behind as he comes up. As Sparky wins that one, followed by T&Q. Angry, Vic. See if Nige can actually... No, that doesn't quite work, Nige. Still gets the 30 seconds, so that'll be the same with Morgo as well. So it's actually going to be better in that situation that you'd continue on. So very, very nice victory to Sparky. Thank second. Angry old fella take the podium. As Nige and Ty Morgo slip down to 15th and 18th. As I just try to finalise these results, I will try and sort out some audio issues as we just sort this the grid for the final race. I will be back shortly.
again. How am I supposed to make a prediction if I don't even know the grid order?
We will get onto the grid now. So, front row is Jamie and Vic. Row 2 is Angry and Slambo. Row 3, Bounty and Adman. Row 4, K-Man and Burrodog. Row 5, T&Q, SCO and Sparky God. Row 6, Nige and Bear. Row 7, Jambon and Fly. Row 8, Cheese Noodles and Timorgo. And the last row is Wilson and Slugger. So Slugger's first race with the Race on Oz. It's been going alright so far. So it's been in a bit of action, which is good to see. And we are on the grid now, so this is going to be interesting feature race, this one. One pit stop for mandatory fuel, but the fuel time is fixed at 25 seconds. So it would be very even across the field. So Fubbles, what's your prediction for this one?
Well, with Vic Chan and Jamie selling at the front, I think it's an open and shut case.
So third on the grid, you picked it in the first race. What's your pick for this one?
Oh, that's going to be a tough one. Maybe, I think Angry Old Fella might get third place.
Yeah, that's a good prediction. We'll keep that one.
Seconds. 20 seconds. 10 seconds.
10 as we set off now on the formation lap.
Everyone trying to get into their positions. Always looks like a bit of madness.
It always does. Luckily, this segment does have ghosting, so there is no contact between the cars. As we will go on, we will follow Vic on the start of this race. So we'll go to helicopter view. Looking forward to the battle between these two. We've seen plenty of it in the last 6 months. It's going to continue again. Angry won't let him go, so he'll be wanting to put some pressure on them. Angry's gone very well in this car. He unfortunately missed his braking point at Kyalami and ended up in the fence in the feature race, so he'll be hoping to make amends in this one.
Hopefully be more orderly than the previous race.
Yeah, the feature race, 30 minutes, so 3 times as long as the other races, so I'm sure there'll be... oh, it's Angry... Angry loses it on the formation lap. He spins it round. Oh, that's embarrassing. I'll make
I
sure I
don't think he
remind.
spun around.
Oh, he held on to it, but it's pretty.
That's a new one.
Yeah, he just got on the grass and turned it around. Just about turned it around. So
At
that's
least he
we.
didn't do a Perez and binned it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. How embarrassing was that? uh,
One of the worst things you can do.
oh, exactly. You'd never live that down. As the double file, as the guys line up, this already starts off looking like a better start than the first one. Start's been initialized. Just about ready to go. Green light, here we go. We're off for the feature race. As already guys are going 3 wide. Oh, Bear's up the inside. And that's...
There was 4 wide. I think someone's
is,
gone off at the back there.
That was Burrow Dog that's been turned around. I think it was too. As we continue on. I think this is slammed on Bounty. So Vic's lost a spot to Angry. A bit of door contact is not on the way through. So a few of them run wide. Bounty's going to look for a shot at Vic here.
Trying to make hay while they're trying to make hay.
Oh, and he's tagged.
He's tagged from behind for Bouncy.
Oh, and Vic's held onto it.
Happen?
He's just trying
Vic
to swoosh.
Chen managed to get away with that. But he's lost a heap of spots. I wonder if Bouncy will try the... Well, I don't know if he's going to try and give the place back. Oh, someone else has gone sideways. I think that's Sparky. Oh, that's a strike. 5 cars have all gone completely off. Absolute mayhem.
And it's still going on back there.
Scored. That's just unbelievable. I do not know how that happens. I don't know who triggered that. I think it was like 5 different cars having an accident at once. I think it was Sparky and Adman who got together, and then everyone had to try and find a way past. K-Man's gone into the pits to get out of this mayhem. Probably the right decision. As we see Team Little Bear, who's got up to 7th place. Very good effort by him.
Keep talking us through there, mate. I'm just looking at the replay of this one. So we just come up to the start line. Just talk us through what's going on track there, mate. So I'm just on board.
Team Little Bear doing a good job in 7th place, just holding off Sparky. Sparky's going to try and make a move on him. Right alongside, but he's in the wrong position to take the spot. Little Bear holds on to the inside. His bounty goes just a little bit wide, and Wilson goes through. Edman also close behind. Very much being a part of this battle as well. All contact between him and Wilson, but they both keep it on the track. That was very lucky for them indeed. But they've all gone horribly wrong. The stack up effect there, I think it's Nige Guns has gone a little bit wide there. So that's allowed Wilson to get to the back of him. Nige Guns comes into the pits. While the rest of the angry pack carry on. Adman's trying to look for a way past Bounty. Goes to the outside of the first corner. Right alongside with Bounty. He'll be in a bad position. Oh, very cramped indeed. Adman just getting loose there. I think that was Burrow Dog who went through there on the inside. So a bit of swift punishment, I'd say. Now we have N. Wilson and Bounty going together. Coming through turn 6. Bounty's probably going to try and make a move here. There's Burradog and Adman bearing down on him also. Adman trying to go through a slightly devious line there. But he's actually managed to go through that corner and overtaking, I think, Bouncy and, or not quite. Adman tried to make the most of the opportunity, but Alan Wilson's gone a little bit slow. Bouncy is going to get him down on the inside. And Wilson will probably have to back out of this one to make sure the crash doesn't happen. But there's 4 cars covered by a blanket. Once again, Adman trying to take advantage of the opportunity. He manages to get past N. Wilson. Bouncy gone very wide once again. Right next to Adman. Oh, there was contact between those 2 cars. Oh, Wilson! And Wilson hits off Adman. He's come to a stop because he wants to try and redress the position, but Adman gone into the pits anyway, so I guess that was worth it.
Oh, has been action aplenty in this one already. It's supposed to be the bit calmer, this race. It's supposed to be the bit more relaxed, longer format. You take a bit of time to make your positions. It's ended up like this, as Slambo has actually made a position on Angry there.
Make hay while the sun shines.
Exactly, that is exactly right.
Angry old fella.
So Vic's back in 4th. A couple of seconds behind Angry. Followed by Little Bear.
Oh, Little Bear's quite a long way back from Vic Chan.
Yeah, there's quite a big gap there. Then we've got Burra and Slugger. So the dramas from that first lap have had their definitely had effect. So Bounty's making his way out now. Angry's still in the Adman's still in the pits. So's Cheese Noodle. So some big gaps in the fields. The first one to have pitted is Jam Bond, so he's got that out of the way. So Bounty's back out on track now. I think Sparky's gone through on Bounty. Adman's just coming out now. Time All goes through as well, so he's got T&Q just behind him. And then Nige, who looks to be... So that there is Fly just behind, and then there's Angry, so... No, that's Slambo, actually, just behind Nige. So Jamie's just checked out again. There's no surprise, and he's already lapping the field. It is a long pit lane at this track, as these guys are just coming up behind lap traffic now.
Yeah, the Slambo's coming up to lap Nige Guns. Those angry old fella. But I'm pretty sure those top 5 guys will pit soon. Top 4 guys.
As Nige just gets out of the way here.
Gets out of the way, he went completely off the track.
Yeah, well, it's one way to do it. It's the ruling. Blue flags, get out of the way.
Well, it doesn't mean go into the gravel, but anyway.
Yeah, that's right. There's Vic. He's got so Adman made a position on Nige then.
Jamie's just gone into the pits.
And we've got
So,
Burra is just behind Little Bear.
Things are kind of all over the place at the moment.
Yeah, it's hard to know where to look. It's settled down slightly, but we've got Burra on Little Bear, so Looks as though Burrow's got that job done. So Bear was up to 5th. Been a really good start by him.
Have time Morgo and TN going at it. Time Morgo's just gone a little bit too wide there on exit. TN's going to go right alongside with him through the fastest section of the track.
I think he's backed out of that one.
Morgo's been able to stay ahead. Yeah, I think TN thought better of it. Because it's definitely it's very dangerous to go side by side through there. I mean, you even make the slightest mistake and you're both going off the road. So that was a smart decision. But he's gonna have to find somewhere else to overtake Ty Morgo at the moment. So everything's just kind of settled down a little bit at this point in the race.
We've got
Still
Wilson.
have a few cars left to pit.
Got Wilson's just gone up the inside of Slugger, so Slugger's moved back down to 7th. As things have tightened at the front of the field, so Slambo, Angry, and Vic Chan.
What's happened there? We're really close.
So I think they've just caught up to Slambo here. It's a nice little battle. So where has...
Oh, that man going off in the background. Yeah, Angry Old Fella is right in the mix for this. Right in the mix with this battle.
It looks like he's giving Vic a bit of a sniff here.
Yeah, well, Angry Old Fella is in a slightly better position, I think, because then he'll be on the inside for the next corner, but I think Vic Chan's got him.
Great pass by Vic, that's really well done.
But Angry Old Fella is not going to back down, and Vic Chan does go very wide indeed. Angry Old Fella will try to make the pass in this section of the track.
It's Angry just backs out of it, I think.
Yeah, again, but Angry Old Fella's probably going to try to make a dive here. He does. The big dive. Oh, he manages to get it done. Well, sensational stuff.
Beautiful move by Angry. Very, very well done. I think Vic
Vic Chan was a little bit caught offside there.
Yeah, it looks like he had a bit of a moment.
On. But Vic Chan just continues to hound the back of Angry Old Fella. He gets very loose on the exit of the last corner there. Gone right to the inside next to the pit wall. He's going to try to have another crack. He's much tighter through that corner there. Vic Chan will try to get him. Angry Old Fella gone sideways again. Vic Chan is going to be hanging out on the outside. That's not where you want to be. Angry Old Fella still holding it in on the inside. Vic Chan has to concede. Once again, the Adman getting in the way a little bit. He's already had his pit stop, so he's not in this battle. But Vic Chan getting very loose indeed. Adman shouldn't really be getting involved at this point.
We're just having a watching front from passenger seat of Adman's car as we watch this battle ahead. You can see how close he was getting to the back of Vic. He can't really get involved in this battle. Vic and Angry are a lap ahead, but he can't be too slow because he's got Nige guns ranging up behind him.
Well, Nige guns will be liking this.
Can't
The
believe
Angry Old Fella putting up really stout defense on Vic Chan.
Oh, his TNQ has got by Ty, but Ty's having to go back at him. Just quickly see this as Nige, another drive-through penalty.
Needs to be a little bit more careful with track limits, I think. Or maybe it was for a different reason. I don't know.
Two in the one night, separate races. That's unfortunate. It's good to see as Angry runs wide and Vic's got back through. Angry was very, very wide, almost in the sand.
I think he maybe just bragged himself, or maybe just cracked under Vic Chan's pressure. After that little battle, he definitely had it all to do to stay ahead. Vic Chan again showing why he's one of the best. I just wonder when these top three guys will pit. Better be soon, I'd say.
Ooh, Angry runs wide again. So Adman's being held up by these guys now.
Well, it's only because they've been battling that he is being held up. The Vic Chan going into the pits now. An angry old fella has followed them in. Oh, angry old fella really coming in quick.
So we just follow Jamie here to see where he comes out. I think he's going to have a huge lead on these guys.
He's got no one around him at all. I mean, Jambon Sickle, the other... Jambon Sickle's quite a long way back. So he's not going to be bothered, I don't think.
And Nye just got a stop-go penalty for speeding in pit lane.
It's just gone from bad to worse for him.
Vic's only just coming out now, and it's a huge, huge gap that Jamie's got on these guys. He's done a really, really good effort, got some clear air and went. It's obviously put some really good laps in.
Whilst the other guys battle away.
Just got Slambo, Burrow Dog, and Little Bear left to pit. As Nige heads back to the pits. Welcome back, Nige.
Yeah, Jamie is just taking a walk in the park. He's so far out in front, it's not funny.
Yeah, it's just a casual Thursday night drive for him.
But I think it's still... yeah, angry old fella, I think still in that third place. Oh.
He's lost a bit of time, or he's lost a decent amount of time to Vic through those pit stops, so be interesting to see.
I think he's made a mistake.
Yeah, seems like it. He must have done lose that much time.
Because he was much closer to Vic Chan when he entered the pits. I don't think there'd be that big of... I don't think there'd be any time discrepancy in the pit lane. If it's 25 seconds. Unless he's changed tyres, but I don't know if that's true. It just seems strange that angry old fella's so far behind Vic Chan. Something we haven't seen.
It's not too many close battles going on out here. As that's K-Man following behind in front of Vic there. I'm pretty sure there'll be blue flags showing.
K-Man was up the front in the earlier races. Now he's a long way back. Definitely has not been having a good one. He wouldn't be happy with his performance. He's trying to stay on the lead lap. Don't really know if there's really any point trying to fight it.
Yeah, it's interesting on this.
At this point, he's just getting in the way. Okay, man has let Vic Chan by, but Vic Chan just going up to the side of him saying, hey, what the hell, man? He'd be a little bit annoyed with that. Lambo has just had his stop. So he's coming out of the pits now. Where does he come out? I think Vic Chan's coming down the main straight now. It's going to be close.
It's going to be pretty close between the two of them. Yeah, hopefully we see a battle towards the end of this. Oh, Vic's got him, I think. No, he hasn't. So slow. Slambo is out in front.
Now the battle is on. That little battle with Angry Old Fella has definitely slowed Vic Chan down. So we'll definitely be keen to get back past Slambo. This is going to get interesting.
Oh, and Slambo runs wide. That's it.
That's a bit unfortunate. I think his tyres just lost a little bit of temperature while driving through the pits. It's just a really simple error, but it can really be costly.
Vic. Vic was almost off there. The K-Man's got to drive through penalty now as well for track limits, so if you guys be a bit more conscious about the limits in this one. 8 minutes to go. If you want to get a drive through at this point.
I think Angry Old Fella will end up in 4th place after Burrow Dog and Little Bear pit. Little Bear having his 15 minutes of fame in 2nd place. Not going to last much longer.
I was going to get excited if he got a podium, but unfortunately I'm going to have to wait a bit longer for that. It's good to see him in 2nd. Unfortunately, he still has to pit. As Jamie is just out all on his own. He's got a 17-second gap to Vic.
There's only a 0.6 of a second gap to Slambo. So this is definitely the battle to watch at the moment.
Got a battle going on between Bounty and Sparky at the moment, as well as K-Man gets his penalty done for the drive-through.
Bouncy's trying to get past Sparky. Got a pretty good run out of that corner just there. But he's too far. I think he's too far back to make a move, but he's going to try it anyway. No, not quite.
Just gets in the mirror, just shows in the front of his car. It's pretty tight between these two.
Bouncy giving the hurry up, trying to find a way past. He knows that if he pressures Sparky enough, he'll go wide just like that, and through he goes. Sparky trying to hang with him, but he just can't.
Oh, Sparky.
Oh, Sparky and Bouncy collide! Right in front of K-Man. That was an aggressive move there. It was not going to work. So someone's just been disqualified for driving in the wrong direction. It's
Oh
K-Man.
no, that was K-Man. He's tried to take avoiding action, and he's cut across the grass and got a disqualification because it would have been his second penalty for track limits.
Oh, that's just unfortunate.
Oh, that's cruel. That's one of the. I guess that's one of the things in this game.
Yeah, don't drive backwards. He didn't do it intentionally, so you know. I don't think he meant to do that.
We'll just have a quick look at the replay of this one.
Edman and Sparky are going wheel to wheel heading into turn 7. So I think it's 7. Edman manages to get through on Sparky there. Yeah.
It was a pretty ambitious move there by Sparky.
Probably thinking, oh, I had to try. You know, it's probably. I mean, there are better places to attempt an overtake.
And we're just watching K-Man. He's cut across there and been disqualified. Oh no! All they're trying to do was get out of the way. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, that's a rough end to the night for K-Man. We've lost Cheese Noodles and we've lost Nige tonight as well. As we've got Burr and Jambon have built up into a bit of a battle here.
Well, it looks like Team Little Bear's going to leave it till the last minute to pit. Giving Jambon Sickle is giving Burradog a little bit of pressure. But there's only a few minutes left to go, so if Jambon wants to make a move, he'd better do it soon. Team Little Bear's just been overtaken by Jamie, so he's probably going to pit in a minute. But everything has settled down completely. I mean, definitely been a good race. Quite a few surprises. And quite a few non-surprises.
Yeah, it's been a bit up and down this one, hasn't it? There's been a fair bit going on all night. It was always going to be exciting racing. It's all settled down a little bit now. A couple of minutes to go.
Well, I didn't expect to see Vic Chan punt it off on the first lap, but that hasn't really phased him. Managed to get back up to the front. So it really wasn't that much of an issue. I don't know what Little Bear's trying to do.
I think he's going to try and pit on the last lap again. But
yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to work.
I'm not sure if it's going to work this time out.
Depends where his pit box is.
Yeah, it'd be... it's a big penalty if you don't do it. 130 seconds, so you lose a lap. Oh no, he's in now, so that's it. So he'll get it completed.
Leaders on final lap now.
The Fruit Tingle Mobile.
The Fruit Tingle.
As you call it.
So Slugger in his first race at RaceOnOz. Solid evening. Welcome, mate. It's good to see you join. do like the red and black livery.
But our good mate Jamie has shown everybody how it's done.
He just continues on his way, doesn't he? He just gets the job done. Doesn't matter what the car
He
is.
put himself in the best possible position, and he didn't get caught up in any of the carnage on the first lap. I mean, to win by this much in a championship with identical cars is definitely huge. Because it's so hard to gain those temps when everyone's in the same car. So it really comes down to driver ability. But it's not just driver ability, but also a bit of luck, and Jamie has been able to dodge everything so far. He's going to come around the last corner. Going to take the checkered flag for a massive win over everybody. Absolute domination, a total masterclass. Fantastic job indeed.
He's just smashed everyone again. Just continues to do it. So we've got Vic Chan in second. He's just about to cross the
Very
line.
good recovery.
Slambo in third. It'll be Angry Old Fella in fourth.
I was also impressed by Angry Old Fella's performance. Right at the pointy end of the field. I gotta say, it's very creditable.
We'll have Burrow Dog coming through in fifth, so really good solid night for Burrow. There's a few dramas at the start, but he's made his way back to fifth. Followed up by Jambon.
We have to wait a little while. Bounties to come across the line. That's seventh place for him. Then TN. Five more
TNQ.
go. Adman.
Team Little Bear just misses out on a top 10. Needs to finish it off quickly though, so he's got Sparky coming up pretty quickly behind him. Really solid by Little Bear. Sparky. Fly coming home in 13th.
Almost forgot about him. Oh, another car just got disqualified. It was Adman.
It was Adman who got disqualified.
It actually crossed the line. Oh, that's disappointing.
So I'm not too sure what that was for, actually. I'm a little bit, yeah, I'll have to go back and have a look at that one. But Wilson has stopped on track. We're just going to have to wait for him to cross the line then. Well,
it's not going anywhere.
No, that's him for the night, I think. And that'll be it for the night, actually. It's quite clear that Jamie's taken the round win, followed by Vic and Slambo. So, congratulations, guys. It's a well-earned podium, and we look forward to Bathurst next Thursday night. So, thank you all. It was quite entertaining racing, and thank you for joining me, Fubbles. And we look forward to next round.
Well, we're getting better at this.
Yes, we definitely are.
The next round is sure to be a cracker as well. And maybe a little bit of a preview of what the Gen 3 supercar will look like.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Big Bathurst race. So I'm looking forward to it. So thank you, Fubbles. Thank you all, and see you next week.